point, I was 34. I said, look, I don't need no more boyfriends. I'm in my 30s and I wanted to do things God's way. I want to, get married. I'm ready for my husband, but I'm not going to date. And he was like, well, how does that work? I said, well, God is going to tell my friend when it's time that I'm his wife. And we did just that. The world is going to tell you no. Most men in the world are not going to understand that. That's why you got to align with a Christian man, an equally yoked man. Got to a point, I was 34. Got to a point.
What they mean when they say equally yoked man? Like, I know you're not talking about being broad or nothing. Like, what y'all mean? Is it that you were just you're so much the shit, you so good that you just up here above all men? Most men are down here. So you need an equally yoked man. So you need him to be up here with you. And last time I checked, women are hypergamous. Hypergamy by nature. And they want a man not equal to them. They want a man above them. Last time I checked. So I already know what she's talking about with that. And then she said a Christian man. Women are always talking about, man, I don't know this woman, obviously. But women are always talking about, I need a Christian man. Ass ain't been in church since you were 10 years old. And a Christian man, like, you are, in the Bible, it said you are a helpmate. And then you're supposed to be a virgin when you come to me. Is you a virgin? And then what would she say? She said, my friend.
I said, look, I don't need no more boyfriends. I'm in my 30s and I wanted to do things God's way.
I don't mind. I don't blame her for that. I don't want no more boyfriends. I'm in my 30s, but
it's God's way. I want to, get married. I'm ready for my husband, but I'm not going to date. And he was like, well, how does that work? I said, well, God is going to tell my friend when it's time that I'm his wife.
So she gonna get a husband, but she not gonna date. You see how crazy that's? She gonna get a husband, but she ain't gonna date. Like she said, her friend, God's gonna say, you the husband now. Man, you get the fuck on with that shit. Listen, I wish I would be chilling with a girl, just chilling with her, having a good time. And she goes, well, God said you my husband now. I'm be like, what? I didn't even smash yet. Even if I did smash, what you mean? Well, you know what y'all think about that. God would give me a husband. God would give me a husband. So you got a chick spitting this, right? Spitting that shit. Then you got women out here doing a whole cliche. The cliche thing, ain't no good man left.
Pretty. That's a prerequisite.
Understand the frustration of women because what they're saying is there's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all.
He said, listen. She said, what? He's not a good man and want y'all.
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. There's a lot of good men out there where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're gonna walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't gonna go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we not looking at you. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know.
Listen. If all you got to offer is a pretty face, beauty fades. What happens when that pretty face starts to fade? Then what you got to offer me? What happens when that nice flat stomach, you get a little something right here? And then she's talking about they ain't no good men. I'm like, bruh, it be the women that be used and forgive me for saying abused, but used and abused. Talking about ain't no good men left. You know what I'm saying? Let me play the whole shit for you.
Show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're gonna walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't gonna go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we not looking at you. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. She'll say, this man ain't shit. He ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. Every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself. Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil. So maybe you're not as good as you really think you are.
You understand the frustration of women.
That's a good one. He said, who older than y'all? Who's the one that's telling you these things? Like, it's crazy the things these women be saying nowadays and doing nowadays. But, I mean, what y'all think about that?
It's KJ Media 100. Man, I'm out.